Good morning from the Universal Orlando Resort, where finally I've made it to my first theme park in America in nearly 2 years. Honestly, it is so good to be back. If you haven't already, check out the travel vlog where I show that journey, making my way from the UK via Philadelphia here to Orlando. The sun is shining, I've got my shorts on, it's November 2021, and I've made it here to Islands of Adventure to come and ride what is one of my bucket list coasters. I wanted to ride this thing ever since it was first announced, and finally I can see it there across the lake here in Islands of Adventure. It's Jurassic World VelociCoaster, and in this vlog I'm going to be experiencing it for the first time and also sharing my thoughts on it as well. This ride looks absolutely amazing from here across the lake, honestly, and I cannot wait to get over there and give it a ride. Look at it go, honestly. I am so emotional right now just seeing this coaster in person for the first time. Last time I was here at Universal Orlando, this ride hadn't even started to be built yet, and look at it. It's here, it's operating, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. The sight lines across the lake here are brilliant, they really are. It opened earlier this year, manufactured by Intamin, of course, and I'm so excited to ride this. Look at the final inversion. Oh wow, the speed that it goes over that, crazy. Honestly, just walking around and seeing this coaster for the first time, incredible, it really is. It looks the part here at Islands of Adventure, it really does. This is the ride that this park needed, in my opinion. I've not even been on it yet, but you know what, it looks the part. And that's the big thing for me, you've got to bear in mind, there's a reason why this channel is called Theme Park Worldwide. It's about the theming, it's the experience, and it's not just about how the coaster rides, it's how it looks, it's how it feels. And yeah, I'm really impressed with what I've seen so far. Here's the nice entrance walkway down, got all the planting. I like how they're on wheels just down here, that's quite funny. And here we go, great views of the coaster. When it opened, it didn't originally have this cover here, but of course due to loose items and that sort of thing, they put this in. I'm not sure why, because obviously you go through a scanner before you ride it, but there you go, look at this. Honestly, absolutely amazing. And it's really quiet down here, IOA this morning. 20-minute advertised wait from looking on the app. Might have built up a little bit. It's been strolling round, but look at this, honestly, just to be here and see this. Look at the stall just here we go. Oh, it makes such a nice noise, it's going round. Look at it go. Honestly, this is the moment, folks. VelociCoaster, the trains look absolutely gorgeous. Here we go then, perfect weather conditions, the sun shining, gorgeous blue skies down here at the main entrance, and my heart is pounding, not because I'm nervous, more because I've wanted to ride this for so long. I'm tearing up, it's really quite emotional to be here. And to be honest, coming here to Universal again, it's not just about getting on this, it's about being reunited with good friends. And a good friend of mine, I couldn't come to Universal without this one, could I? Here he is, it's Brett, everybody. Honestly, an emotional reunion for the first time in 2 years seeing each other last night.
Unbelievable. And you know, this is probably the most excited I've been to come to IOA in years. Even when it opened, like to see Sean's reaction, I love this thing so much, and I just can't wait to see what you think.
Honestly, mate, it's such a big thing just being back here, but getting to ride it with one of our best friends is a big deal.
There's only one row we can go in there.
Honestly, it's going to be a front row ride to start off with, and I'm so excited. But Brett, it's so nice to see you again. If you've never seen Brett in the videos before, he's been in lots of videos on the channel. We did the US road trip and much more, and just to be here again with Brett and to ride VelociCoaster, it had to be done.
2 years in the making.
For my first ride. How many times have you been on this?
100 times.
Honestly, over 100 times. Crazy. Right, let's go and get in the queue. The visuals are absolutely amazing of this coaster. Just to see this sign after seeing so many other people's vlogs and videos, Instagram stories, just being here in person, seeing it, there's nothing quite like it. Love the flames at either side of the entrance. And the best thing, attraction entrance, advertised wait time, 15 minutes. Oh, here we go, look at this. Loving the theming in the queue line. There's nothing like joining the queue for a ride for the first time, especially when it's something that you've wanted to experience for such a long time. And I know it's a new coaster, but throughout the pandemic, just being not able to come here and ride this, honestly, it's so quiet as well. Like, where is everyone, Brett?
Everyone's not here.
I thought now that the Brits were back here, there'd be a British takeover, but clearly not yet.
To reopen your assigned locker.
Here we go, back to the audio. Oh, look at that. Honestly, look at that. Love, look at this. Look how the dinosaur follows the train. I think I just caught that as well. Amazing. What a really cool effect in the queue line. Honestly, that is amazing. Yeah, you can just see the launch just around the other side there. Really clever use with how that's done. What a brilliant effect. The overall package of this is awesome. I love it. Honestly, the queue's moving so quick. How awesome are these animatronics? Oh wow. Here we go then, so I'm inside the test seat now for Jurassic World VelociCoaster. Honestly, look at this, it's so exposed in the seat, that's what really makes it. I'm so excited right now, it's time for my first ride. Unfortunately, I can't take the camera up there, however, I'm going to share with you now the official POV released by Universal Orlando Resort, so you can see it on the ride. And of course, I've also put in some off-ride footage for you to see on VelociCoaster in action as well. But here we go, back to the cameras going in the locker. I'll see you after my first ride on this brand new inversion coaster. Let's go. Feels so surreal to be standing here with this beast of a coaster behind me here at Islands of Adventure. This ride has had so much hype, from people filming vlogs and various different videos to people's reviews about this ride. It's built it up so much. So I was really nervous about coming here today because I've had it in the past with rides, especially on the USA road trip, where coasters have been hyped up so much, and then I've come to ride it and I thought it's a good ride, but it's been overhyped. VelociCoaster is not one of them rides. This ride lives up to the hype and beyond. Had not one, not two, but 3 rides on there, including a front row, a back row, and then also a row 10 on there as well, so towards the back. And what I've got to say about this ride is that it's the complete package. It's absolutely incredible. I'll talk about my front row ride on there first, because that was the first one that I did. The front row on there is brilliant for the visuals, especially coming up the second launch and up into the top hat. The views across Islands of Adventure looking at the lake are incredible. And that's the thing with this ride, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Wherever you're looking at it from in the park, it looks amazing. But when you're on there on the front row, coming up into that top hat, the view across the lake is incredible. The first section of the ride on the front did feel quite slow. However, it's got some really nice near misses and head choppers around, which is brilliant. The first launch isn't anything that spectacular. However, with a coaster like this, it really builds up throughout the layout, and that's the main thing with this. I'd say it builds up more than most of the coasters. The first launch, yes, it is quite slow, but further back on the train, it picks up. In terms of a front row ride, I really enjoyed the visuals on it and thought it was brilliant. However, it was when we went round again and I got on the back row that this coaster blew me away. I've heard from quite a lot of people's reviews that they find it a front row ride. For me, hands down, VelociCoaster is a back row ride. The first section, again, does feel quite slow. However, you get some really whippy transitions. There's 4 inversions in total on this ride, and some of the transitions are great. It's not really the inversions that make it, other than the final inversion on this ride. I was really looking forward to the stall element on there. However, it's a great element, but that isn't the highlight of the ride. By far, the best part of the ride for me has got to be the Heartline roll at the end. I absolutely loved it, over the water. Just been talking with Brett and walking around here and thinking about it. I can't think of another inversion anywhere in the world that is as good as that final inversion on VelociCoaster. It's incredible. That final inversion is brilliant. And then that leads me on to talk about the train design. The trains on this are absolutely gorgeous. Some of the best trains in the business here from Intamin. The lighting on there, and the overall package of them. When you're waiting in the station, the views of them coming towards you are phenomenal. And of course, the restraints on there as well. Just a lap bar, meaning that that final inversion, you feel like you're going to be whipped out and you're going to be in the water. Like, that is how it feels. It's a back row ride. The transitions on there are brilliant. The rest of the inversions are good, but that final one steals the show. Along with that, there's some nice little pops of airtime in places that I wasn't expecting. I thought you'd get some airtime on the little hill before the final inversion, but you don't really feel much there. It's at other points in the ride where you get little pops of airtime, and honestly, I absolutely love it. From doing 3 rides on there, it is by far my favourite coaster here in Florida. It's a fantastic investment for this park. It's the theming, it's the overall experience that I really like. Honestly, I could talk about it all day, I really could. There's going to be some more rides coming up later on. Getting on it in the dark is going to be a real highlight. There's one thing that's disappointed me about the ride, and it's not actually the coaster itself, it's nothing to do with that. It's the audio. For me, audio is such a big part of the experience, and I really feel like with this, it would have been nice if when you were dispatched from the station, you had some audio playing, kind of like Taron at Phantasialand, another Intamin Blitz, that really adds to the anticipation, the suspense of the ride. That first corner, you take a left and make your way round towards the first launch, and there's just no audio building up the anticipation. On the first launch, then of course you got the screens at the side, and then the audio kicks in, but just making your way round to it. Worth pointing out, it hasn't got onboard audio. Do you feel like it needs it? Not at all. However, I feel like around parts of the ride, it would have been nice if there was some more audio. But I tell you what, just to get on that ride, finally after all this time, and it's not disappointed. You've got to think, sometimes these rides get hyped up so much, and you can get on them and think, you know what, that was a bit disappointing. That isn't the case with this. I absolutely love it. What a solid addition to Islands of Adventure, it really is, and it looks the part. And talking of views, we're going to walk around this area now. We're just at the back of Popeye actually, and get some more views of this epic new installation. What a ride for Florida. Universal have really done good with this one. Here she comes, second launch and straight up into the top hat. Honestly, the visuals of this coaster are incredible. Like I said, I could talk about it all day. There's so much to talk about with this ride. I can't wait for it at night though, because I've heard from many people, especially Brett here, that said that it's a completely different level at night, but it looks the part. We were saying this just off camera, but this was all dead space before in this park. It's kind of like back when Islands of Adventure opened, they always planned to do something in this space. It was mostly just trees before, but here he is. Brett, like, I bet you're relieved, are you, in my review?
Oh, I was so nervous. I was like, oh, is he gonna love it? But when we came off the first ride, even though it was running a little slow, you loved it.
I did.
What a ride.
I've fallen in love with it, mate. You're so lucky. Like, if you, like I say, if you've never seen Brett in the videos, he literally lives 10 minutes away from this place.
People are always asking me, like, why do you go to Universal so much? Well, this is why, isn't it?
This is the one. Like, and like you said, in terms of the operations, I didn't really speak about that much. Operations, phenomenal.
3 trains today.
It can run 4 trains.
4, but the park's so quiet. it's on free, and I mean, they're not even filling the trains on some occurrences. It's unbelievable.
Amazing. Operations are phenomenal on there. The whole package of this ride, honestly. I'm really emotional just standing here and seeing it. It looks a lot bigger in person than I thought it was going to as well, especially standing here. You got to think we are a bit lower down because we're by Popeye. The pathways over that section are raised up a bit more. But yeah, standing here and looking at the top hat, it is huge, it really is. But yeah, operations on there are great. The overall package of this coaster, absolutely phenomenal. And I think it's going to be one of the best night rides in the world. It's one of the best coasters in the world. I don't know where it sits in my top 10, but it's in there somewhere. I'm sure that's what a lot of you have been waiting for. Is it a top 10 coaster? Of course it is, but where does it sit? I don't know. And I think when you've done as many coasters as I have now, it's so hard to rank things because there's so many rides that deserve to be in that top 10 and that top spot. And it really is just an incredible experience, honestly. That final inversion there, though, by far the highlights of Jurassic World VelociCoaster, honestly. Honestly, look at her go. It's been a couple of hours since we last had a ride and just been on and had another go. And I tell you what, this coaster really does warm up. Absolutely fantastic to finally be able to come out here to Florida and ride this. Of course, I'm a huge Jurassic Park and Jurassic World fan, so coming down here and seeing this, honestly, it's so special, it really is. Just wanted to show you the paddocks just here now, because when you're down here, you're kind of looking into the paddock with the raptors, and you've got all the awesome rock work up there. I mean, look at all the details on this. Universal Creative really did a fantastic job just to capture the atmosphere, where when you stand up here against the bars, looking into the pen, the waterfall there, all the rock work, similar style vibes to Taron at Phantasialand, on a smaller scale with the rock work here. However, beautifully themed. Universal have come a long way from the likes of Kong, Fast and Furious, Jimmy Fallon. That's what they were building a few years ago. Look at what they're doing now. VelociCoaster's incredible. Some nice audio playing around here as well. And like I said earlier on, that's the thing with this. I'd just like to see them make a few more improvements to the audio around the area. And just before the first launch, I think it would be nice. On the second launch, there is some audio, but it just needs to be a bit more, in my opinion, in terms of the audio. But yeah, absolutely spectacular. What a great ride for this park. Looks so moody with the sky up there as well, doesn't it now, with the black clouds above. Fantastic. Just the views looking into this coaster, honestly, it's amazing. It's quite hard to film with the bars being here, but it does make it because it feels like you're looking into this massive pen, this huge paddock. And of course, that's how it's been designed. But yeah, all the rock work, the planting around here. Like I say, I'm so much more than just a coaster enthusiast. I'm a theme park enthusiast, and that's what I like. Seeing the theming, the overall experience. I cannot wait to see this in the dark tonight. Coming down into the second launch. All the lights change as well. Straight down through there and up into the top hat. It goes so slow over the top. Get some amazing views, and before you know it, you're diving straight back down. Yeah, I love it around here, honestly. All the building, the industrial feel of it. And what I also really like with the flooring here is how it goes straight over to the raptor encounter. Of course, where you can go and meet the raptors. And yeah, the flooring comes all the way over to the top just here. Honestly. Brilliant investment for this park. I love it. It's just so nice to see all of the details. So yeah, this is the first launch that comes across just here. There she goes again. Fast operations. Brilliant. Well, the great thing about VelociCoaster is the fact it's completely revitalised this part of Islands of Adventure. Here inside the Jurassic Park Discovery Centre now. Always loved it in here, but it felt like a bit of a dead space. Now you've got the gift shop for VelociCoaster that's just down the bottom there, so we'll check out the merchandise shortly. There's like some great stuff. And also out on the balcony, we can get some great views looking out at the coaster. So yeah, we're going to have a little look around there now and go and see that. Here we are then, out on the balcony, and look at the awesome views of VelociCoaster from here. Going up into the stall there, honestly, absolutely amazing. The view looking out across Islands of Adventure here, the final inversion down there, the Hulk over in the distance, all the palm trees here as well. This area is fantastic, and yeah, I love it up here, honestly. Blown me away, this ride, it really has. But yeah, the overall finish of this is brilliant. The entrance just down there, it's got a 40-minute wait now. Still not bad though for a coaster that only opened a few months ago. All the fire up there on the entrance, the dinosaurs as well. Would have made it if there were animatronics out here, but I'm not complaining though. The theming and overall ambience of this really is fantastic. Yeah, if you are coming here to Universal, definitely worth coming up here on the balcony at the Discovery Centre, just so you can get some awesome views across the plaza area here for VelociCoaster. And of course, looking up at the huge top hat on this ride as well. Like I say, it looks so much bigger in person than it does in photos and videos. I'm really surprised at just how tall it is actually. Amazing. Here then on the bottom level of the Discovery Centre now to have a look at some of the Jurassic World VelociCoaster merchandise. Got the t-shirts just down here, love these. Look at the price in there for you, $25, not too bad at all for the shirts. I've seen one that I really like around here though. Got the cups just there as well, of course you can do the refills here, drink all day. Got the masks just there as well, should I take one of them home for Charlotte? Face coverings just here as well, they're $8. Can you imagine? Got the mugs just here. Oh, look at them. They're nice. Really nice with the mugs. $15. Not too bad at all. Loving all the merch. They've just gone for it with this ride. That's a nice one, isn't it? Got the track on there. Honestly, loving the merchandise. I'm just blown away with this coaster. I really am. It's just so nice to see the Discovery Centre coming to life like this as well. So much better than it was before, and the shop really works down here. Look at the wall art just here, that's really nice. $17. Oh, that's spectacular, isn't it? With the train on there as well. Can't wait to see this beauty at night. Only a couple of hours to go until we're going to see that. Yeah, it's a really nice t-shirt down here, isn't it? Let's have a look at that. Look at that. Oh, I'm loving the design of that. Probably like that one the best actually out of all the t-shirts. Yeah, merchandise, brilliant. Top level stuff. So much as well. Loads of different t-shirts. Must go faster. That's a proper American style t-shirt, that one, isn't it? Love it. So an absolutely amazing team member here at Universal has actually just took us back down the extended queue line that's not in use today, just so that we can get some shots down there. So a big thank you to her for doing that. Really appreciate it. Going back round for another go now, so I'm going to put in some more shots that I've just took from down in that area, because honestly the views of the coaster are absolutely incredible. But yeah, honestly, thank you so much Universal, to the member of staff who just took us down there to get some awesome shots. Brilliant. Going to have another walk through the queue line now. It's got a bigger queue, advertised 30 minutes, running 3 trains. So yeah, we're going to get to see some more of the details in the queue line and really take in everything that VelociCoaster has to offer.
To access a locker, you will use your park ticket. If your ticket is on your phone, see the nearest team member for assistance. Scan your ticket at an available station, and the screen will indicate which locker is assigned to you.
You are about to come face to face with these magnificent creatures in a way that you might have to go back in time millions of years to experience. Of course, guest safety is our paramount concern. In grooming stations, each specimen undergoes a complex, comprehensive examination after every running cycle.
I love the queue line for this ride. There's so many details. Daily medical checklist just there as well. I love it when there's so much to see in a queue line. And yeah, the quality of these animatronics, brilliant. That's a really cool animation with the train. awesome ride on VelociCoaster. Just thought I'd show you the InGen logo just here as well. Even the exit is really nicely themed for this ride. The build quality of it is absolutely fantastic, honestly. Really impressed with all of the details. Shame we can't film up in the station really, just to show you that, because the station's got some really nice features to it. Yeah, just thought I'd show you all the lighting down here and just the overall ambience of it. Fantastic. Oh, look at that. Well, it's been a few hours since I spoke to you all, but there she is. Jurassic World VelociCoaster at night. Honestly, cannot wait for this. All the lighting looks absolutely amazing. And look at the sun going down as well here at IOA. Well, I've got to say, this looks absolutely amazing at night. Here we go, looking into the pens just here. Look at this. All the lighting in there, but not too much either. It's going to be a really good dark ride, this. I'm expecting this to be one of my favourite ever night rides, to be honest. I love the overall package of the lighting on the trains. Yeah, all the blue round here and the paddocks all lit up. Honestly, this looks stunning. All the way around here. Yeah, it's like you're kind of peeking in with the fence. Then you've got the big beams of light heading up high into the sky above the Universal Orlando Resort. So yeah, I'm so excited for this night ride on here. Hopefully get a couple of night rides in. We should do. Park closed 7 o'clock tonight. Of course, I've also been filming another vlog today that's all been about the rest of the park as well. So yeah, make sure you check that out. Don't normally do that, but of course, got to fit so much in on this trip. So make sure you check that out. It'll be coming up tomorrow. The next vlog from the trip here on Theme Park Worldwide. Here we go. Like I say, it's quite a hard one to film because of all the bars just here. However, the lighting on this is phenomenal. Really is. Yeah, I love the beams of light shining up into the sky there. Here comes the train. Let's head round and go and get on. My first ever ride at night on Jurassic World VelociCoaster. Oh, I love how the red lighting changes down there from blue to red. Brilliant. Oh boy, look at this. It's amazing, isn't it? All the lighting around here, the Discovery Center, the music in the background. Amazing, just to be finally here to ride this. I'm loving all the lighting and how it changes up there on the entrance as well. The fire on either side, the big beams shining up into the sky. This is the overall package. And I'm loving how little the coaster's actually lit up. I think it's going to be a really good night ride. It's time to join the queue for my first ever night ride on one of my new favourite coasters. Honestly, I absolutely love this. The lighting here in the queue line, spectacular. Only 30-minute wait as well. Worth pointing out, it has also got a single rider queue as well, which is really good. I've just come off Jurassic World VelociCoaster for the first time at night and on the front row, and it was absolutely spectacular. That is one of the best night rides anywhere in the world. I'm emotional right now. Coming to ride this today has been amazing. With a friend of mine that I've not seen for 2 years, a really good friend of mine, riding this coaster. It's all just been so overwhelming, to be honest. I feel so emotional tonight doing this. It really has been an amazing day. This coaster has had so much hype, and it's certainly lived up to it. All of the elements packed in, 4 inversions, 2 launches. I just want to say the second launch on this ride is phenomenal, especially at night. It feels very similar to that of Taron at Phantasialand. It's got so much kick to it as well, of course. It's got all the lighting in there that changes as well, and it's overall a spectacular ride. For me, the final inversion is the highlight of this by a long way. However, the overall package of this is stunning. But that final inversion, especially at night when this coaster's been running all day and has warmed up, is such a special and amazing experience. I'm so lucky that I've been able to get out here so soon to ride this. I know so many people want to get out here to Florida to come and ride this attraction. And let's just say you are not going to be disappointed with Jurassic World VelociCoaster. You know, the overall package of it is beautiful. Like I said earlier on, the one thing that I'd love to see them do is add a little bit more audio around, especially on this bridge from the Lost Continent and just in a couple of other sections. However, everything else about this ride is perfect. The queue line, the storyline behind it, the trains are gorgeous. The fact you've got lap bars and you're going up on this huge coaster is amazing. For me now, for a coaster to be ranked really highly, it's got to have lap bars. It is the future with rides, in my opinion. And just being here, Islands of Adventure, to take all this in really has been absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. Of course, thank you to Universal for providing the on-ride footage, both the daytime and nighttime POVs from this as well. It really has been a spectacular experience and an emotional day coming here and riding this for the first time on the first day of my trip from the UK out here back to Florida for the first time in 2 years. But thank you so much for joining me. I will be back at VelociCoaster later in the trip, and I cannot wait for it. Got some more night rides to come on it, capturing more of the atmosphere around the ride and so much more coming up later this trip here on Theme Park Worldwide. Like I say, coming up tomorrow, there's going to be a vlog from Islands of Adventure, the rest of the park, focusing on all the other different rides here, including the Hulk, the Harry Potter attractions, and so much more. So stay tuned for that. But for now, it's good night from me here at Islands of Adventure from riding VelociCoaster in this very special vlog. Been waiting a couple of years for it, following the construction, and finally coming here to IOA and riding it. A new top 10 coaster and an absolutely spectacular overall experience. I'm Sean Sandbrook. Thanks for watching Theme Park Worldwide, and that leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. I'll see you in tomorrow's vlog.